What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done anything as far as YouTube goes. This game store is ruling my life, so I have no time to do anything with YouTube outside of these walls, so I'm going to start doing them inside these walls. Today I'm going to take you through how I clean nasty games when they come in. Yes, I wash them with soap and water. I am insane for doing that, but if you've seen the state of these, you would agree with me. That is what they need to have done. Also, the manuals and artwork came in with a, not really a stinky smell, but a smell that just I don't like to sell games with. So I have some fabric sheets in here. I left them in this Ziploc container overnight to help just bring them down to a normal smelling level. So essentially today I'm going to show you how I go through all this stuff, put this stuff together, go through price charting and price the stuff, clean stuff, got some consoles with stickers all over them, it's stuff like that. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, I've got all these cases. Cleaned them last night, washed them off. These dudes need some more cleaning on them. Mainly just gotta take and get all the water off of them, get any sticker residue off of them that was on there. So on and so forth, but let's get it going and I'll show you my process for all that. Alright, now we got to dry all these units, make sure we get all the water out of them. These have been setting overnight, so it really shouldn't be that big a deal. But yeah, what I'll do next, go through here, dry all these units out, and then I'll see you guys on the other side of getting them dry. Alright folks, we've got all these cases clean, they're looking good, all that jive. Now we're going to check out this artwork, see if the smell is out of it. My nose says it's good. So as you can see, none of it is like super high-end games, anything like that. These are just your common, solid selling stuff, you know, just stuff you got to have as a game store. I mean, there is, I know that one's a royal piece of shit, but you know, other than that, you know. But I got a couple guys that are all about the sports games, so I am one of the few game stores that'll carry it, but I do not carry the same year twice. But anyway, let's get all this stuff situated, where it goes by the greatest hits, all that kind of stuff on what system. Alright, so got all the manuals separated here, so now I'm going to start putting the stuff with the cases. Now some of you may be questioning why I did all this to these games. This is an example of how they came in. As you can see, there's a cigarette burn there, a cigarette burn there. I mean, these things are nasty. I mean, nasty, nasty. Okay? Same deal with this case here. See, it's melted like someone burnt it with a cigarette or something. But that is why I went through and cleaned all these cases the way I did. Even though these are all fairly low dollar games, they deserve to live a better life than that. Alright, so I got this PS4 in yesterday. I'm just now getting around to cleaning it up, taking a look at it and see how bad it is on the inside yet. I haven't paid for it yet. A reseller that comes in here, she dropped it all off yesterday, so I got to clean it out, check it out, make sure it's all good before I buy it. Most game stores would not mess with this. My game store is kind of like a retirement home for consoles that are out of date or, you know, sun shining out of date. And I like to give them a better life to finish out their days with. So anyway, I have already taken the 2 screws out of the back. Let's pop it open and let's see what horrors await us. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So, really, we just got a little bit of dust. See right there? A little bit of dust in the front. All in all, it's not really that bad. I've gotten way, 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 way worse than this. So really, I'm just going to clean this thing up and throw her out there for sale and be good to go. Well, that was the easy part. As you can see, it's not bad at all. That thing just needed really just to be brushed out and all that. There's no even deep dirt or nothing on the inside of there. I can see it from here. It's a pretty clean console. The bigger problem with it is going to be removing these stickers. Always the fun part of working on these things, but all I can really do is dig at it and see what I can do. There'll be no special magic that is used to get these off. I'm just going to peel them off, take Gooby Gone and get it off, and I'll show you what they look like when I get done. Alright, so I got the stickers off the case and everything. You can see it's looking pretty good now. Cleaned up, armor, all it, got it looking good. Same side thing with the other side, but if you guys can see those scratches, should be able to, pretty good there. I'm gonna see if I can buff those out just a hair. I'm not going nuts with it. I mean, this is a cheap system and I've already went nuts with it a little more than what I should have. But I'm gonna use the same stuff I use in my buffer, just some buffing compound, and see what I can do with it. Alright, let's see what we do with this thing. Just gonna use one of my buffing pads from JFJ. Just to buff it out like I would a car. Some more aggressive stuff to start off with. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little bit more shine on it. Scratches are still in there, but it's a lot glossier. I'll hit it with a foam pad, see if that brings it out a little better. It's not perfect, but it doesn't look as beat to snot as it once did, so that's really all I was going for, just a little bit cleaner. Mission accomplished. Alright, there we go. I know this PS4 probably isn't worth all the effort, but this could be some kid's first console, you never know, so I don't like putting turds out there on the floor, but a little bit of effort shines like a diamond in a goat's ass. Alright, I got this N64 in. It's not in bad shape at all. It's in really good shape. Just need to get her cleaned up. And instead of trying to get everything out of here, it'd be easier if I just take it apart and clean the shell itself. So let's get in here and get this thing cleaned up so we can get it on the floor by this weekend. Let's pop this card out of here. These things are pretty awesome about taking apart. You can do it so stinking quick. Sometimes it's just easier to take that top shell off and clean it. Clean the inside of the console out while you got it apart. And, you can clean the pins and all that jive too, so you don't have to worry about carts not reading correctly. But I'm gonna get in here and take this thing apart and holler at you guys when I get done. Alright, as you can see, looks good in there. Just a little dusty. Nothing that's a big deal at all. So yeah, just mainly, sometimes it's easier, like I say, take these things apart and just wash them in the sink. So I'm gonna do that and check back with you later. Alright, I like getting in here with just another chip brush. Just breaking up some of this loose dust and stuff, getting it out of here. This thing's not trash by any means. It's just a bunch of old dirt. Or not dirt, that is, but just dust. While I've got it apart, it's a good opportunity. I'll take a toothbrush, put a little alcohol on the toothbrush, and I'll scrub the pins just to, you know, they need cleaned and all that stuff over the years of getting cartridges put in and out of them. Just makes them, you know, the system a hair bit more reliable. I got the shell looking pretty good. I washed it, dried it out best I could, but I like taking a hair dryer and blowing it out even more just to make sure I get all the water out of it. There you go. Looking pretty good. She looks like new. Now let's work on the controller that gets paired with it. I usually like just to take some standard old window cleaner, just kind of spray everything down, pile up the controller cable, just kind of saturate it in that window cleaner. Just kind of give it a second there, and then I just throw a rag over it, just wipe it all down. Just gets most of the surface crud and everything off of it. Works pretty good for me. Now you guys can see I just wiped this thing off, okay? Now I've got a wet magic eraser here. These things are awesome for cords. I can take and wrap it around this thing, and I can just pull this cord through it. Look at all that came off that cord. That's after I cleaned it. But I'll do this a couple times. Clean these cords up. And see, I mean, the cords are the nastiest part of the controllers. But typically also, with the wet magic eraser, I'll just run over the controller. You don't scrub it. Just go over it and it'll break up some of that ground in grime. As you can see, even after I've cleaned it, you still pick up some stuff. Clean off my work surface here. Give this a final once over. Got a good stick on it, so I ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, that simple, bud. You can clean the controller up and get it ready to go. There's no excuse when you go buy a system from any store that all this stuff should be as nasty as I see in some places. The power supplies, I do the same thing. I'll take a wet magic eraser, just kind of go around it, get all the grime off of it. Wipe it off. Same thing on this power cable. You see that? All kinds of nastiness on there. These magic erasers, they work awesome for getting all this junk out of controllers and everything, dude. Yes, I know this may be overkill to a lot of you, but this is just how I roll. Alright, let's fire this thing up and see if she works. Alright, let's test this thing out and see what we got here. Got good old GoldenEye. Hey, it actually works. Alright. Make sure the audio's working on it. Got audio. Make sure the controller works. Good. Up and down. Z trigger works, or whatever the hell it's called. Good to go. Folks, there's the general gist of what I do during the day. It has been a terribly slow day so far, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cap everything off I've done for the day right here. It's only about 1 o'clock. I don't get out of here till about 7 this evening, so anything else I pick up this afternoon, we'll do another vid, processing it and all that kind of jive later. But nevertheless, appreciate you guys checking it out. Have a good one.